What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and today I am back to talk about some more OCG card reveals, this time once again from Battle of Chaos. Battle of Chaos is really shaping up to be a very interesting set with a bunch of cool casual cards and some very competitive cards as well. In today's video, I'm talking about some slightly older card reveals that I never got around to talking about. I think most of these were from last weekend when I was gone at the PPG event, so I didn't get a chance to talk about them, but I really wanted to, especially this new agent card, which looks pretty darn insane. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to watch the last two videos on the channel because those are also OCG card reveals, and also subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at Spiriting Away. Once again, this is from Battle of Chaos. This is a rank 2 Dark Fiend Xyz monster with 1900 attack and 1600 defense. It takes 2+ level 2 monsters, and it says you can only use this card's name's 1 and 2 effects once per turn each. First, you can detach one material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, banish it until your opponent's end phase, and second, if this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can target any number of banished monsters up to the number of materials that were attached to this card, shuffle them into the deck. Honestly, I think this card will see play in any deck that's already playing rank 2 monsters. No, it's not enough to go out of your way to build a rank 2 deck for, but if you are playing a deck like Frog Paleozoics, for example, you'll really appreciate the removal that first effect brings. Having that Farfa ability is good, and by the way, it's a little bit better than Farfa in that it's longer lasting. You not only banish it for that turn, but also until your opponent's end phase. So if you use this card on your turn, the monster isn't coming back at that end phase, it's going to be gone until your opponent's end phase, which is quite a while. So Spiriting Away is a very good rank 2 monster. I think it will be played in rank 2 decks. Maybe not the most exciting card, but as someone who has played rank 2 decks in the past, I know that removal is not their specialty, and I think Spiriting Away will make a big difference for that reason. Next up, we have the Agent of Destruction Venus. Did you think agents were only getting support in their structure deck? I know I did, but I was wrong apparently. So this is releasing in Battle of Chaos, not the agent structure deck, but oh man, is this card insane. The Agent of Destruction Venus is a level 3 Dark Fairy Tuner effect monster with 0 attack and 1600 defense. It says you can only use one effect per turn among the 1 and 2 effects with this card's name, and only once that turn. You can banish one, the Agent of Creation Venus, from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You can pay life points in multiples of 500, then target one of your Mystical Shine Ball that is banished or in your graveyard for each 500 life points paid. Special summon them, but return them to the bottom of the deck when they leave the field. So I think a lot of people read this card wrong, and I know in the past when I've said that, I've actually read the cards wrong before, so I hope I'm reading this correctly, but you can't special summon this card using that banish effect in the same turn that you use the effect for Mystical Shine Balls, and that does make the card a bit less overpowered, but this card is still quite crazy. One area where I know a lot of people are reading the card wrong though is with the second effect. You are allowed to summon multiple copies of Mystical Shine Ball, you just have to pay that 1500 up front. This is different from the regular Venus because with that card you pay 500 life points, then you summon a Shine Ball, then you pay 500 life points, then you summon a Shine Ball, where with this one you pay all of the life points up front and then summon that many Shine Balls. Now I want to mention with this card that yes, we are not only thinking of the older agent cards with this new one, but we're also taking into account the structure deck cards too. In the structure deck there is that new Master Hyperion Synchro, which can send the original Venus from your deck to the graveyard to copy its effects, which means you could then special summon a bunch of Shine Balls, which sets up this new card's effect quite well. Keep in mind we also have the new Agent Neptune, which can be discarded to special summon one agent from your hand or graveyard, so that helps you put this card on the board a little bit easier. I also want to say that even if you don't use the Shine Ball effect the very first turn that you draw this card, you could just special summon it as a free tuner monster to make your synchros, so even if you don't use the Shine Ball effect on turn 1, it's still a great card that you can special summon for free to set up your bigger combos. Also, in terms of longevity, longevity, this card does recycle all of your mystical shine balls, so you can keep using the original Venus's effect over and over again. I like that this card has 2 different uses in agent decks, and I think it goes quite nicely with the newer agent support. And then we have a new Star Warrior card. Now, this archetype is not very well known. In the TCG, we got a few of them in the Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge set, but you probably haven't heard about them. But basically, there are a few level 5 warrior monsters, and there's a couple fusion monsters as well. This is a new card for that deck. Now, I read through those cards, and I really don't see how this card synergizes with that actual archetype, but I do think this card could be a cool generic warrior support card in the future. Kaiza the Burial Star is a level 5 Earth Warrior effect monster with 1000 attack and 2100 defense. It says you can special summon this card only once per turn using the way written in the 1 effect with this card's name. You can only use the 2 effect with this card's name only once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1 Light or Earth Warrior monster, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to the tributed monster's original attack. You can banish 1 warrior monster from your graveyard, send 1 light or earth warrior monster from your deck to the graveyard. So like I said, I read through the Star Warrior cards that have already been released in the TCG, and I don't really see how this card synergizes with them that much. Yeah, they are light earth warrior monsters that you contribute to special summon this card, but they don't seem to get a ton of value by getting sent to the graveyard. Where this card could see play though is just in any deck that plays light or earth warrior monsters that wants to put those cards in the graveyard. In terms of what decks this card might fit into, I could imagine Goki playing this card. It would trigger the Goki graveyard effects once you summon this card by tributing a Goki. You could also play it in like an Arcana Knight deck. They play all warrior light monsters. There are a lot of earth warrior and light warrior monsters out there, so I think this card does have some potential in the future. That being said, I don't think this card is that great in the Star Warrior deck, even though it is supposed to be part of that archetype. The final card I'll talk about is Dark Dimension Warrior, a level 5 Dark Warrior Synchro effect monster with 1200 attack and 2400 defense. This card takes 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters, and it says you can only use this card's 1 and 2 effect each once per turn. You can banish 1 card from your hand, then target 1 of your banished dark monsters, special summon it in face up or face down defense position. During each end phase, inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each set card on the field. Now obviously that second effect basically doesn't matter at all, but that first effect is a DDR on a synchro monster and it only works with dark monsters, but I don't think that's really a downside. There are so many dark combo decks out there that would like to play this card. I think Dark Dimension Warrior would have seen play in the past in Dark Warrior. That was a very good deck that even played DDR, so I think Dark Dimension Warrior is a very competitive synchro. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like these OCG card reveal videos, make sure to check out my last 2 uploads where I also go over some new OCG cards. I'll see you later though. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.